And we're back with the LMS show. Met this young lady through a friend of mine, Dorothy Lamar, and she said this lady's an interesting lady. She's a travel agent, and she's and she's involved with the retirement association. We're not giving them from plug because I need the right wing retirement association. Come on in and come after me. And then they've been a bunch of soul losers recently too. We ain't gonna go into that. Right wing, left wing, same bird. Well, anyway, without no further ado, give us your name, my friend.
Elaine Henry.
Give us that name again.
Elaine Henry.
Say it loud, black and proud.
Elaine Henry.
Elaine Henry, everybody, right here on LMS. Right here, sister. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy on my soul. All right. Elaine Henry, tell us about yourself.
I'm the owner of a travel agency that is situated in Brooklyn, and I specialize in accessible travel. And the agency has been in effect for about 7 years now.
Okay, we're not advertising, folks, but go ahead.
I came into the travel business because I started traveling since 1963 without giving away my age, and have been arranging travel for people on a business level and also taking people out on trips on a private level. And I decided that it was time for me to go out and do it on my own.
You decided to do it on your own, right?
Yes.
What's the first place you traveled to? You remember that?
Yeah, the first country I visited was Nigeria in West Africa.
Okay.
Coming all the way from Guyana.
Okay. Also, too, we were talking about, traveling on a boat and being alone, right?
Traveling on your own, yes. In general, it's quite an experience, and one has to have the ability to be able to travel on their own, because some people are afraid to be on their own. They always want to have somebody with them. And also, the travel companies do not always make it easy for solo travelers, in the sense that they can increase rates when you are single because you have single supplements.
Yeah, I know that. I won't name the company, but I took the single rate because I don't want to be staying with somebody who will be running to the bathroom or I got habits all night long.
So those are some things. But when you travel alone, you have the opportunity also of doing the things that you like to do.
You mingle, right?
Yes, you mingle with the ones you want to mingle with, and you go off and visit and see the things that you want to see and are interesting to you, without having to spend half an hour discussing with somebody else.
Oh, please, but I don't want to go there.
Exactly.
No, oh, please.
Exactly.
Give me a break.
So it does have its advantages and disadvantages.
You mentioned to me, and we're gonna bring you back on another show. You mentioned to me about planes. A lot of people are taking the railroad now, right?
Yes, because traveling by air has been so difficult recently, in the sense that you have to pay practically for everything. You buy your ticket, but then you have to pay extra baggage fees. You have to pay extra for blankets, for food.
Even take off fee too, right? Like the 9/11 fee and all this kind of thing.
Yeah, that's all included in the prices. And so people are now thinking of using the rail as an alternative. The disadvantage with the rail, however, because everything has a disadvantage, is that the rails have been built a long time ago, and therefore to get from point A to point B will take you a much longer time than it will if you flew. But on the other hand, it's more comfortable.
But those sometimes they share the same track, like going and coming sometimes?
Not anymore. No, not anymore, because then that would be very difficult. But because of the way the rails connect,
Yes.
they have to be very careful with timing.
Okay.
So that they can switch the rails if you're coming from different directions, but
Okay.
not all, using actually the same lines.
How about people who want to see America first instead of going someplace else? Because sometimes you go someplace else, you might not get back if you don't have your act together. Or you might go. I remember one island they had. Well, I won't tell. I think down in the Caribbean someplace they had. Whereas they had a group of people, well, I call them bumpies, that went on a cruise. On a cruise, and they took a cab ride. And next thing you know, they think the cab drivers charged them too much, and they got argument with the cab driver. Cab driver threw them all in jail.
Yes, well, that's a problem of security. It's a problem of safety. Most of the countries these days are making it a sort of mandatory for the people who meet either cruise lines or airlines to be registered with their tourist officers, so as to be sure that those people who are found there will be honest people and take you where you want to go at the rates that are approved by that government.
Right.
So to a certain extent, it's just that sometimes people want to go off on their own and they don't want to use the official system.
They want to use a shortcut.
Yes, they want to take a shortcut, or probably they believe that it's going to be cheaper rather than taking the official.
Maybe they took the shortcut. I got through the Cusco down there.
Yes, yeah, that's a problem. But talking about, preparing in advance also, as I mentioned, I do specialize in accessible travel.
Right.
And this is something that I'd like people to be aware that it doesn't matter who is in your party or what sort of abilities they have. They can always travel. They just have to make the necessary arrangements well in advance, and anybody could travel, because I specialize in family travel.
Okay.
And family travel means honeymoons, marriages, baby moons.
Baby moons, okay, all right.
Which means that the whole family is involved.
Okay.
So if you're arranging a family reunion to any particular part of the country or the world, everybody has an old aunt or an uncle who they would like to have there, but that particular person is not comfortable in going. It's necessary for them to know that accessibility is available and that everybody can participate.
On that note, I'd like to thank you very much. We'd like for you, with your permission, of course, we'd like to come back at a later date and talk more about traveling.
Oh, thank you very much.